Hola. Oh, wow. That's a funny post. All right. So, and let's go over here because I did post them to the group. So, um, all right, give me a second, y'all. Now, I'm doing this one only because a lot of times live videos, you guys see that before anything else. I did make a post, and I'm going to also send out an email to those who are enrolled, but it is happening like in a couple minutes because I have to do my evening. I was actually going to do this one later in the evening, but now I have to redo the profit by the numbers session. At 7 p.m. So I'm not able to do this. And I wanted to get this done today because I want this off of my screen because I now have to work on him an actual like Super Bowl champs shirt. He's already put that request in. So yeah. We're just going to, I don't know where else I saved where I streamed this to. Oh, I did not do this in the student union. So let's see. Will it let me add the student union? Hopefully it will. Ooh, let's see. Will it add the student union? Will it add the student union? Will it add? Okay, it did. All right. So let me go over here. And share this out, guys. Tag a friend, share it to a group if you're able to share. All right. So, as I mentioned before, this live is more so because I did put out a post, and sometimes you guys don't see the posts. They're not distributed as much as or as fast as live videos are. And actually, I'm doing pretty good. So, this is also a test of me doing a live at around like 3-ish, 4-ish, because before my 12 o'clock time frame was like my target time. So this is pretty good. You know, I'm looking at the distribution and, you know, not so bad numbers because, you know, with all the places that I'm broadcasting to. But I am, like I said, I am going to send out an email, which I'm actually about to do right now for everyone that is enrolled in the Foundation of Designing program. So if you're enrolled in that, there is a Zoom link that I just posted. And it's not like a, you know, I mean, I said it before, but I'll probably be on here for a little minute. It's not a pre-scheduled one. Like I said, these are going to be pop-ups. I told you guys, you will get pop-up, you know, sessions, and I will be trying to do better about scheduling them. I was going to give you guys a few hours, but I have to do the Monday, Money Monday Creative Business Live at 7 because we were experiencing some technical difficulties. So, all right, so select enrolled in Foundation of Designing, and we're going to select everyone that is enrolled and send you guys a quick message. Live bonus session on excuse me. Uh, actually, wait, copy location. Okay, I just sent out a quick email. Okay, so yeah. Anywho, let's see. School is almost over. I'm missing a lot. Definitely click the thumbs up as you come in. Hello, I found a basic design idea I like to work on in class. You have done it before, but I still would like to do it again. Well, you can submit it to see if it's something that we could maybe either make it a like a bonus session, or if it kind of works in line with some of the things that we're going to do during the foundation of design. I kind of sort of have those things laid out already, but definitely either inbox me or email me what it is that you're wanting to review, and hopefully it'll be like in mixed in with one of the sessions, or we can create a bonus session for it if it is something that is warranted. All right. So I'm not sure if you guys saw the post, like whether you saw my son's final shirt or the post that I just made. So I am going to share my screen right now. So this was actually Zion Imani's shirt, and I'm going to just share with you guys a little bit of the evolution. But then I'm going to break it down in the session that is starting up very soon. Let me also start that session. Cancel. Okay, let's start that one so that I'll be able to go right to it. So I'm not sure which one. So I think, yeah, it was this one. And this is kind of where it started. I'll explain why I had well, for me, a lot of the times when I'm designing, it's just like certain ways I think of like a bunch of different things and I kind of start them. I start putting the idea to on the screen. So I had Chiefs written all the way out. I had it going down. And even if I don't use that font, like that's not my final font, it's just what immediately popped into my head and kind of how I was going to design it. I wanted to somewhat use what they are, what was like the quote unquote like logo for the Super Bowl, but um, I couldn't stand the colors. I was like, yeah, it just didn't match, like, for doing something that was specifically for Kansas City. And I saw a lot of people that used it and they kind of put it in there. It was, even when I saw it on other designs, I was like, it was just off. I know it's supposed to be kind of like landmarks, or like, not say skyline, but it's supposed to represent Arizona and like the desert and the mountains, all that stuff. But I'm like, the colors just didn't work for me. For like, it just didn't mesh well with the Chiefs colors for me. So I end up, kind of coming up with the plan for what I can do with it so that it did like somewhat match. And that was to put players. And my son kept calling out all these different like players and stuff like that. And I didn't necessarily really want the one where it's like them big and just like all over the place. Like I wanted it. His favorite player is, of course, the QB. It is Patrick Mahomes. So I wanted him to stand out, but I did want to include other players. And it's in the images you can see, like of all the different players, there's several images that were selected, and it was a specific reason why I chose certain images and put them in certain letters. So I'm going to go over that in the session today, how I was able to kind of create that. It was really an overlay. Like I'll show you here, it's an overlay for that part. So I'm going to kind of go over that and just my thought process in how it was all put together. This also came because we were talking about halftones recently, so it was just kind of stuck on the brain. But why was it placed over here versus right behind him, or this side or down? So there's a lot of different components when it comes to designing and why we make certain decisions. So we're going to go over that. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to break all that down. So if you also notice on this one, there is something that is different. I just showed another little secret to there. But there's a different element here. So where I had the KC Chiefs and stuff at the bottom. But the final design did not have it that way. I had the It's Showtime. That never made it to it. I was going to try and use that in the one for Zion Imani. That didn't quite work. But as you can see here, I ended up changing it where I did not do the stripes, and I moved where KC Chiefs was, and then just putting the date and where it was. So it just changed over time, and it was for specific reasons. But I did kind of set this up, and it wasn't necessarily a total waste as far as that design concept, because then for Zion Imani's shirt, it started one way, and there were certain elements that I wanted to use. And I will say, like originally for his shirt, Zion Imani could care less about either one of these teams. It's just that I definitely could not have a shirt for MJ and not have one for Zion Imani. Like that just wasn't gonna happen. Literally, the first thing he said when I walked in the door was, "Where's my?" Well, I wanted to see his reaction, so I gave MJ his shirt. And then he's like, "Well, wait, Wami, where's my shirt? Where's my shirt?" And so I gave it to him. He was all happy. "I got a shirt like you." And then he put it on and he's in football mode. "Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah." That was just Zion Imani. So of course I knew I could not take that experience from him. So I had to give him a shirt. But he could care less. And I could have, just taken that design and just put it on there. But I wanted it to be, different. And I also wanted to kind of show somewhat of a design that was not infringing on any copyrights whatsoever. Like you can use the name Eagles, you can use the name Chiefs. I'm not really using any of their insignias and stuff like that. But I end up using like the bottom part of like how the Chiefs do theirs, and I end up changing some things up. So even this kind of evolved quite a bit, because at first it was going to be like a full-on football, and then it wasn't. And then by the time we got to actually printing, it changed to this. And even in the selection of players and like which images I chose of the QBs was strategic in the setup and how I wanted it to look and the message that I wanted it to convey. So I was very strategic in what was the final images of the QBs, and taking away that bottom part for the that created the football. So there's a lot of different things in here. There's a lot of design techniques, whether it is offsetting, subtracting, there is some tracing, there's some point editing, even with how the dates were split for this one because of the two different sides, and just trying to figure out how to find a balance. The way the colors are on here was also very, very strategic. So again, if you are enrolled in the Foundations of Designing, whether you already enrolled or you did enroll in the future, you will get to see the playback of this and just kind of see a complete design and we're going to dissect it and take it apart and break down the components of it and why I chose certain components, why I chose to do certain things. And that's going to help you when it comes to your designs. Okay. Um, My mind starts on its own when the customer requests, and I start by using my main idea and build off of that. That's a great way to kind of do that. My son gave me nothing, so he just knew he wanted a shirt. So there's a lot of different things that you can draw inspiration from. So it doesn't have to all come from your head. I've done designs where I've pulled different inspiration pictures and I've mixed different elements from different things to kind of bring it all together and just make it cohesive. All right. Um, but yeah. Oh, also, as you can see, even though they are totally different designs, certain elements remain the same, such as fonts, right? That is something that I find a lot of people struggle with when it comes to selecting fonts. I will say that most times there's always an element. So this is kind of a professor tip, a pro tip when it comes like when it's like me and designing from scratch or designing something custom. There is always at least one to two ideas or elements that overlap from whatever design I made previously and then the next one. Even though they're totally different, like I could have designed, like right now, I can go and create a birthday design right after this. There's usually some element that's going to transfer over from um, the first design, and that's kind of either a starting point or it's just an element in there because that's one less thing that I have to create from scratch, if that makes sense. And I've noticed that like when I'm going through the designs, whether I created it right before or even the day before, if it's open on my screen and I kind of see certain things, normally there's some part of it that makes its way into the next design. That helps with flow, that helps with being able to get things done a little bit quicker, whether it's like the font and trying to figure out how to use that font. So once I created Designing Minds, I had to type all this stuff out. So the the location and the date pretty much stayed the same. I just changed the colors. I had a design where of course it had the Roman numerals for it, so we use that as well over here, just in a different format where I typed it out. Using the same one for Super Bowl. The Eagles technically has two different ways like that they've have their logo. So choosing ones that complement each other versus the one that was, straight and with that arched and things like that. So it's a couple of different like, little things in there. The This is not a solid black inside the letters of the Roman numerals or the word super, or I think, did I put it in there? I'm not sure. But it's not a solid black, although it looks solid black. It's actually the same. Well, you can see it there. It's actually a pattern, and that's what's on here as well. So yeah, I'm gonna break down. Oh, here is when I was building this one out. I think I showed this one. So I was building that one out. And then this little element here for the football I didn't recreate it. That came from an old design. So this was a design that I made for my brother. And then we also went to uh, a Dolphin game. No, I think we just made our shirts. I'm not sure if we had went to a Dolphin game around that time or just it was just a shirt for us. But I had this on the back of my brother's shirt. So I just opened up that file because it was football. I'm actually going to end up using this layout and kind of the same words, but to play on the fact that the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. So MJ, the back of MJ's Super Bowl shirt will kind of be like this, but it's going to be switched around a little bit for the fact that they won the Super Bowl. But I just kind of copied and paste. So I just use that element in this one. All right. But I'm going to break all that down again. If you are enrolled in the Foundation of Designing program, be sure to go over to your dashboard. and click on the link. It's a new Zoom link that's there, but also check your email. I did send out an email with that link if you would like to enroll so that you can be a part of this session or see the playback. It is on our website, shop.hsinc365.com, or on the Academy site, learn.365creativeacademy.com. Okay. So just wanted to, this was a live more so for the students, but you guys got a little peek into my thought process for the designs. But now I'm going to break it down completely and dissect it for everyone that is enrolled in that program. I know it's going to take a little minute. I'm letting you guys in, but don't say anything just yet. If you guys have any questions for me, I will answer them really quickly while I am waiting for any available students to join, who got the email or who got the message. Remember, guys, don't say anything just yet. Stay muted. But if you guys who are watching just the regular live on YouTube and Facebook, if you have any questions for me, let me know. So you guys got about a good minute to get your questions in there, and I'll answer as many as I can. And then I'm going to go over to my Zoom session because it's an impromptu. So any questions for me before I go into my session? Whether it's questions about the program, questions, in general. And of course, if you're in Foundations, you'll be able to unmute and ask all the questions you want in just a moment. So I'll just give it a second or two for you guys to formulate or type out your questions. If there are no questions, hey, we will wrap this up, and I shall see you guys most likely on Wednesday for our regular Q&A. And also, I will say this. Well, actually, I'll be live again probably right after this. We had difficulties, and look at it's freezing again. Hopefully, it doesn't do that. But I also have the other computer, so we had some technical difficulties for the creative business, profit by the numbers. You can enroll in profit by the numbers, just that session. So if you want to try out one of my sessions and see how it goes, you can go over to either our website, shop.hsinc365.com, or the Academy site. There is a listing there for a single creative business session. I'm actually going to do all of that way, so you can choose which one, whether you want to attend the one about websites or shipping, about terms and conditions and policies, about inventory control, about whatever it is. All those sessions will be available for you guys to purchase a la carte if you don't want to enroll in the full program. But if you want to attend that, we will be back live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know the 1 o'clock, maybe some of you guys hesitated with that one, but luckily we had some technical issues. So if you wanted to participate in that one and get some insight to help maximize your profit in your business endeavors, head over to the website and enroll in that. You don't want to miss it. You will get access we did still have a session earlier today, and it was more so like freestyle Q&A, and people were asking questions here and there. A lot of actual great information was in that session. You will still get access to that one and get the playback for it. But the real session will be tonight at 7. Okay. All right. So no questions. All right, y'all. I shall talk to you later. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.